I think we are good to go. So, first of all, I welcome everyone to our session of Android Study Jams, and it's an initiative by Developer Student Clubs powered by Google. And here you'll be learning about Android in Kotlin, and we'll be helping you to learn it in the duration of 2 months. More information will be told by our facilitator for this time, who is Ritika Talukdar, and she'll be facilitating you and guiding you with all the information about this. Also, if you don't have any knowledge about Android, you don't need to worry because we'll be starting with the very basics. You just need to have hands on any programming language, any object oriented programming language to be sure, to be accurate. So just having worked on a object-oriented programming language is the what we want from you. And the next thing we want is your enthusiasm and passion. As we saw that 30 days of Google Cloud में cloud की knowledge ज़्यादा नहीं थी हमें, लेकिन we did it together and I guess 130 plus people were able to complete it. We want much more than participation than that also in the Android Study Jam because here you will get to learn about various things and everything is powered by Google developers. So I hope you'll enjoy it and more about this will be shared by our facilitator Ritika Talukdar. Okay, so Ritika Talukdar, you are good to go. Let's rock.
Thank you. Let me just share my screen and then we'll start.
Yeah, of course.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. So, hi everyone, my name is Ritika Talukdar and welcome to the first session of Android Study Jams by DSC IGDQW. We are as excited as you are to kickstart this program where developer communities from all around the world are taking part in. Over the next few days, you will be learning about the essentials of Kotlin programming language and build a variety of Android apps. With a touch of your creativity, you can even get a chance to feature your app on official Google platforms. Exciting, isn't it? Let's not wait any further and get started with the session. Starting off, I hope all of you have installed Android Studio. If anyone faced any issues, please get them cleared right away. You can either unmute yourself or put your doubts in the chat box.
If you guys have installed Android Studio, please push a yes in the chat. And if you have any doubts, you can push in your doubt. And Baki,
Even if you haven't, just write that you haven't installed so that I know who all have done or not.
Oti, when I try to create a new project, it it
Yes.
shows a message your Android SDK is missing, out of date, or corrupted.
Okay. I think you have to install it again because usually when we install this Android Studio, SDK साथ में ही download हो जाता है. Just do one thing, delete it and then install it again.
All right, thank you.
Priyanshi, why are you importing the Android Studio setting? You can just go to the Google Developer website and install it directly. You don't have to import anything. I will share the website link right now. It is a very easy process. You just have to click install according to the kind of Windows or MacBook you have. This is the link. I've put it in the chat box. You can install the application by this website. Can you please unmute and ask me? I'm not getting your question because there is no need to import anything. You just have to install and the application will run by itself. Yeah, sure.
I guess we can do that after
Oh yeah, we can do that at the
introduction.
Okay. Yes, okay.
Huh.
Yes,
First, you
please,
can
Ashita.
give them introduction. Like,
Okay, so I'll start now then. Let's talk about what you will learn as a part of this track. First, you will learn the basics of Kotlin programming language, the language that you will use to develop Android apps. Then you will build a variety of apps in Kotlin by following the code labs provided in the curriculum. Along the way, you will also learn best practices for Android, including app architecture and UI development. Another goal is to also introduce you to the resources for where you can continue to learn Android development on your own. Here are some prerequisites that will be helpful for this session. As mentioned earlier, we will assume that you have experience in programming in an object-oriented programming language. A computer with a good internet connection is also mandatory to do the exercises in this session. This is a brief overview of what you will learn throughout the program. In today's session, we will be covering the pre-work part, which is Kotlin koans. Over the course of the program, you will develop a lot of Android apps. So there are 10 pathways upon which completion you'll get 11 total Google Developer badges. You will also earn a certificate of completion, and the most exciting perk is that you will get a chance to showcase your created app on official Google platforms. Now that everyone is excited, let's begin with the session. Let's start with a question so that I can get to know you a little bit more. What is your favorite programming language and why? And you can write your answers on the chat box, or you can even unmute yourself.
Hey everyone, my name is Chetna and I am pursuing BTech IT from IGDTUW. My favorite programming language is Java because it doesn't have to deal with pointers and everything. So I find pointers a bit messy, so that's why I prefer Java.
Actually, that's good, Chetna, that your favorite language is Java because Kotlin is very much
Yeah, it has
interoperable with
examples.
Java. Yeah, so you
Yeah,
can
it has
use both the languages. That's nice. Anyone else? That's great, Unnati. Anyone else? I hope to keep this session as interactive as possible, so please answer. Bhavna, can you share why C++ is your favorite language? Prerna, Ishita. It seems everyone likes Java because of the pointer thing. Oh, all right. Sakshi, I have the same reason as you. Even I started programming with C++. All right, so I think everyone has got what is their favorite programming language and the reason. So keeping those reasons in mind, let's start with the session because you will be learning a new programming language, which is Kotlin. This is the schedule for today's session. First, we have a short presentation, which we're doing right now. We're covering some logistics and a high-level introduction to the concepts to help you with the hands-on portion of the session later. During the hands-on portion, you will be working independently on the Kotlin koans exercises to get ramped up on the Kotlin language basics. So you may ask me, what are koans? Koans are just riddles or puzzles which are very interesting and help you to learn any language or concepts. You can feel free to ask me if you have any questions. Okay, so let's dive in and answer this question. What is Kotlin? Kotlin is a modern programming language that helps developers be more productive. It was started as a project by JetBrains in 2010 and was made open source under the Apache 2.0 license with Kotlin 1.0 release in 2016. The language has quickly gained attention among the developer community and in the industry as well. Here are some key benefits that developers enjoy with Kotlin. It is expressive and concise, allowing you to express your ideas with less code. This reduces the amount of boilerplate code in your project. Kotlin also helps you write safer code with features that help you minimize common programming errors like null pointer exceptions. Kotlin is 100% interoperable with Java, which means you can call Java-based code from Kotlin and vice versa. If you already have an existing Android app in Java, you can add as little or as much Kotlin to the project as you want. On that note, let's dive in and look at the basics of what Kotlin code looks like. So what does everyone think that this code does? Anyone? What do you think this code does? Yes, you're right. It prints hello world. Just like any other programming language, every Kotlin program requires a main function. A function is declared by using the fun keyword, as you can see here, followed by the name of the method, input parameters in parentheses, and then the function body in curly braces. This function prints the hello world to the console. Notice that there are no semicolons needed. So please keep that in mind. Here are some other examples of functions in Kotlin. We declare them using the fun keyword, as you saw before. What's new here is seeing how function parameters are defined. Following each parameter name, insert a colon, followed by a space, and then the data type of that parameter. After the parameters are declared, insert a colon, followed by a space, and then the return type of the function. Here the parameters are a and b, and the return type of the function add is int. Within the function body, we can specify the return value of the function with the return keyword. In case there is no return value, we can specify unit as a return type. Or even we can omit the return type to make the code more concise. As you saw in the previous main function, the return type was not specified. Now let's discuss variables. You can declare variables with the var keyword or with the val keyword. We use var if the value assigned to the variable changes, like a counter variable. The value keeps changes during the program, right? So we use the var keyword. We use the val keyword if the value assigned to the variable does not change throughout the program. In this case, the name Rebecca, it will not change. It is always recommended to use val over var to avoid any errors. I hope I'm not going too fast. If I'm going too fast, please tell me and ask any questions. I'll clear your doubts.
Hey, is it also a case-sensitive language?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, thanks.
No, Bhavna is not like constant. Like we declare normal variables in C, C++, like int, float, all these variables, they don't change, right? Like they stay as int only throughout the program. We can't, if I declare some an variable x as int, I cannot put a value as ABC into the X variable because it's an integer type, right? But if you use var, you can give the value as 5 in the beginning, and then after some codes, you can also give the value ABC to the same variable. I hope I cleared your question. Okay. These are also some valid ways to declare variables in Kotlin. If you notice, there are no data types specified. We didn't need to specify that length is an integer or that message is a string. Kotlin supports type inference, which means you can omit the type in your code. In this case, the compiler can infer that length is a variable, length is an integer, and that message is a string. Type inference is a very powerful feature in Kotlin, and it allows your code to be more concise. Control flow statements in Kotlin. You may look that these are some similar statements that you've seen in other languages as well, with some minor differences. You can write if-else statements as shown here. If the condition within the parenthesis is true, then that branch will be executed. If none of the conditions are met, then we fall into the else block. You can also use when keyword for conditionals, which is similar to a switch statement in C++ or Java. In this example, when x is equal to 0, 0 will be printed. When it is 1, 1 will be printed, and so on. When statements can be used to make your code more compact instead of creating multiple if-else branches. In Kotlin, you can also write for loops and while loops, which aren't shown here, but I will share a few resources at the end of this presentation, which will help you with the Kotlin koans exercises, which are later in the session. Classes in Kotlin. Kotlin supports both functional and object-oriented programming languages. For object-oriented programming, you can create classes and object instances as shown here. Within a single line of code, we can define a class called square, and it has one property, which is the length of its side. Then we can make an object instance of the square class with the length of 10 and store it in a variable called s. Look at this code. What do you think the last line prints? Yes, right. It prints 10. Collections in Kotlin. The Kotlin standard library also offers a lot of functionality to help manage and manipulate collections of items easily. You can create lists, you can create sets and maps for some examples. This was just a brief overview of some of the basics of Kotlin, and you'll dive into more details in the hands-on part of this session. I'm also sharing some resources which will help you with the koans. I'll be putting all those links in the chat box. This was a resources for collections. Here you can read more about classes. And here you can read more about the flow statements, and loops also. I hope everyone was able to follow with me. Please type in a yes or okay or something so that I can know that I'm not talking to myself. Please write a yes. Oh, thank you. All right, so let's talk about how the rest of this session will work. You'll be working through Kotlin koans, a set of interactive exercises on the Kotlin language website. These exercises will help you ramp up quickly on the language syntax and important aspects of the Kotlin language. To give you a brief tour of the interface, on the left-hand side, you can see that there are a lot of categories of exercises. For today's session, you will only work through the first category, which is the introduction. The next two categories, conventions and collections, you have to finish by Monday, that is 30th November. Exercises in the later categories, which are properties, builders, and generics, they are optional. You can do them on your own if you would like. Once you click onto a category and click on the exercise, the instructions will appear on the right-hand side. You will be typing your code in the middle. Some starter code will be provided for you, and you will type your answers in the places marked as to do. When you think you have your answer, click the blue play button. Some unit test will run to verify your code. The output will be shown below your code. If you get stuck or you want to start over with the original code provided in the exercise, you can just click the revert button. As you're working, you can call me over if you have any questions. There's also an option to show the answer, but please use that as a last resort, since you will remember the concepts much better if you solve the koan without looking at the answer. If you click on the black play button, it will open the Kotlin Playground, which is another helpful tool. You can use this to practice your Kotlin codes all within a web browser without needing to install any IDE. That covers the important concepts and logistics for this session. So let's get started. Start by opening the landing page for Android Study Jams and collect your first official badge. You will be automatically awarded this badge for being a participant of Android Study Jams. Just save it to your developer profile, and if you don't have a profile, please create one. I'm putting this link in the chat box. Please go to this link and start and create a developer profile. And let me know when you're done. Has everyone created their profile? What about the rest?
If you have any doubts till now, you can ask. Please don't shy. We want to have this a very interactive session because you're going to learn something new and it will be difficult for in the beginning. So please clear your doubts at this time only. ताकि बाद में
Please
कुछ
don't
issue
feel
ना हो.
shy. Huh. There are around 20 people left. Please tell me if you have created your profile. Prerna, you just have to sign in using your Gmail account. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If it's private, it's fine. Rest of the people, have you done? Should I proceed? Okay, I'll just proceed. If you have any doubts, please ask on the chat box, or you can even unmute yourself.
Also, please note that if you're not going to complete these things, you won't be getting any certificates and you won't be under our observation. So उससे कोई benefit नहीं होगा हमारी साइड से आपको. So please मतलब interact करो थोड़ा सा.
Okay, so on the right-hand side, you can see a green button called Start Kotlin Koans. Just click on that button and the exercises will start. As a reminder, in this session, you will only work on the first category, which is the introduction. Just go ahead and start by starting the exercises. If you have any questions, I'm available. You can ask, you can unmute yourself, or you can write them in the chat box. You have time till 8:45. I hope everyone will complete the introduction part till then. If anyone completes it before the time, you can start with the conventions and the next category as well. And you can ask me the doubts.
And if by chance everyone finishes introduction like before 8:45, so we'll continue with the session then. Please write done after completing introductions in the chat box. You're able to do it, right? मतलब सबने start तो कर ही लिया है ना? Okay, that's great.
I'm repeating this once again. Please try कि आप आंसर ना देखो because बाद में then problem आएगी when we start with creating the apps. So please don't look at the answer and then do the exercise. I hope everyone is doing the exercises. Type a yes in the chat box if you're still here so that I know who is active and who is not. Okay, great. If you complete introductions before time, you can start with the other two categories, as you have to complete all three categories by Monday. Anushka and Priyanshi, you can clear your doubts regarding the Android Studio after the session. So please don't leave. Kirti, today's session is only about Kotlin Koans. During the whole program, you will be completing 10 pathways. Kotlin Koans is just a pre-work to those pathways. I will share, wait, I'll just show you the slides. So you see, Kotlin Koans is just a pre-work. Throughout the program, there are 10 pathways which will lead you to earn 10 developer badges. You will create a variety of Android apps throughout the program, as well as learn a lot of Android app architecture and UI development as well. These are the units that you'll be learning. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, thank you for answering my question, Ritika. Do you have to make a Google Developers profile as well?
Yes, have you started Kotlin Koans?
Not yet.
Okay, so I'll share the link again of the website. You just have to go to that link, create a profile, and start with the Kotlin Koans. This is the link. I put it in the chat box. Just go to that link, and once you start the exercises, you'll see there are a lot of categories. For this session, you just have to complete the first three categories.
Can you please show me what are the three categories?
Introduction, convention, and collections.
Okay, thank you, Ritika.
No problem. Today till 8:45, you just have to complete the introduction part. Conventions and collections, you can complete till Monday. Since you all are beginners, I don't want to pressure you with a lot of content. That's why I'm giving you time till Monday. How much have you all done? Please write in the chat box or unmute yourself and tell me. What about the rest? Yes, Ashrita. For today's session, only till intro. Until Monday, you have to complete all three categories. If you are through with intro, you can start with the other categories as well. What about the rest? Anupama, this is the most basic exercises that there is. I've shared some resources for Kotlin, which you can go through. You can read those articles first and then try with the exercises. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. It's not that difficult. It's very much similar to C++ or Java. Just the syntax is a bit different. Should I share the resources again, or do you have those links which I sent before? I'm sorry, there was some network issues on my side. Anupama, oh, okay. All right. I hope I'm audible now. Am I? Yeah, so I was saying, I'm sorry, there was some network issue. That's why I got disconnected. Anupama, if you face any more issues, you can contact me on WhatsApp. My number is on the group. You can contact me personally and I'll help you with the exercises. But make sure you go through the resources once. Please give me an update. How much have you all done? 15 minutes are left. Apur, maybe you can ask me any questions. Like, why are you stuck? Like, what is there anything which you're not able to understand? Also, the rest of the people, please tell me how much have you all done? Please be interactive in the sessions. If you don't complete the exercises along with the sessions, and afterwards you'll be facing a lot of problems. And then what if I'm not there to help you? So please try to complete the exercises with the sessions and ask me if you have any doubts. This is a great opportunity for you to learn something new by a curriculum that is set by Google itself. Please take full advantage of this program, and I'm always here to help if you have any doubts. We will be wrapping up soon. If you have any doubts, please ask me. So it's 8:45. I hope everyone was done with the exercise. Please type in a yes or a okay or anything in the chat box so that I know that you're here. Okay, all right. So I hope all of you were able to complete the Kotlin Koans. Congratulations, you're one step closer to the program. To reflect on what you just learned, what did you notice about Kotlin? How is it similar or different to existing programming languages that you may know? Share with me your experience. Like, how was it? Did you enjoy learning more about Kotlin, or was it difficult? Anyone? Oh, Ishita found it a bit difficult. Right, Apurv. I completely agree. It makes the coding very concise. Okay. Yes, it can be a bit difficult for a C++ programmer. Even I found it a bit confusing at first when I started with Kotlin. But as and when you keep practicing, it gets easier. And then you even realize that Kotlin is much easier than C++. All right. So thank you so much for participating today. I hope you learned something new. Feel free to share what you learned on social media. You can post photos or highlights from today's session on social media using the hashtags written in the slide. And you can tag Google Devs, Google Students, and DSC IGDTU. We would love to see your posts. Stay tuned for our next session where you start to build 3 new Android apps in Kotlin. Sounds exciting, right? I'm sure you're eager to use your new skills in Kotlin and apply them to Android development. We will notify you about the next session soon. Yes, sure, I'll share the links in the WhatsApp group as well, Anushka. Till then, I just want whoever did not complete the 3 categories, I want you all to complete them by Monday. I will share a Google Form link in the WhatsApp group. All of you have to add screenshots of your profile to that Google form. I hope no one has any questions. If there are, then please ask me. I guess no one has any. Yeah, all right, no problem. Thank you everyone for joining in. Anushka and Priyanshi, you can stay. Rest all, you can leave. Thank you.